These are the words that Grigor Dimitrov said following his defeat to Novak Djokovic in the Paris Masters final.
Grigor, bad luck today, but a lot of positives to take out of this week. Can you just sum up your experience in Paris?
Yeah, amazing week. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. It's been a great, I would say 10 days coming from Vienna and just wanting to complete a very good week. That was my goal. If I didn't know, obviously I'm gonna get to the final, but I was very thrilled the way that I was playing throughout the whole tournament. A lot of good wins, a lot of positive wins. So I've done a lot of good things this week. So I need to stay positive and keep on believing that things will come out for me.
Grigor, as Nicola just said, it's been a big week. You have to feel very proud of yourself for what you've achieved, not just here, but for the last few weeks. So why the tears at the end? Was it a matter of the tension that just hit you, the emotions of the moment?
Difficult to explain emotions. I think you want it. You know, it's tough when it doesn't happen, and only I know, in a way, without like feeling sorry for myself, what I've gone through the past months, you know, on and off the court. So in a way, those were happy tears. I don't want to have them as something negative. I mean, I'm human after all. In the end of the day, I think just the build up, not only of the last 2 weeks, the last months of hard work, and you know, the big trip in China, and everything has been kind of, in a way, snowballing, like day after day, match after match. So of course, in the end, I was so close to making something that I wanted to do for such a long time. I don't want to have this as a goal. It's just to win the tournament, but it was just more of my mental and physical way that I was dealing with and through this past month. So yeah, I mean, I'm not ashamed of them. It just happened. I'm sad. Of course, I'm sad that I lost. I mean, it's never fun when you lose in a final, and I think for me now I have some time to reflect and move on.
Grigor, you've played Novak so many times, and it doesn't get easier. Just what's in his game, or is the way he's playing, especially against you? Is there something specific that makes it so tough for you to play? Or is it the depth of the ball? What could it be?
Yeah, I think today, specifically today, his depth was amazing. I think on the ball, even if he was not feeling maybe physically at his best and all that, but he was able to put me in a very uncomfortable positions and made me work for every shot. I also think my serve today didn't work at all. Overall, it's a little bit flat. That's also my like summary of the match. But of course, Novak on the finals is probably one of the biggest achievement you can have in our sport, to beat him. I mean, so much respect for him, as the way he's competing on the court is I think, I mean, on a completely different level. And I've said it before. And I think also when it comes to those clutch matches, he's always been able to maximize his game, even if it's not at his best. But he's been able to maximize and put you in uncomfortable situations. So on that end, today I think he executed a lot of points and games in a very good way.
Grisho, aplodismenti od srceto. I remember us talking at the end of 2017. Of course, it was a bit of a higher note, but there are plenty of reasons to be very, very happy and very satisfied now. So what can we expect from Grigor Dimitrov in 2024 and onwards, bearing in mind these positive experiences from back then and now? Thank you.
Well, as you said, it's positive, of course. Two very different end of a seasons. But again, I think now I'm still a little bit on the adrenaline rush, so to speak, with how everything has been going, of course. So I think I don't want to say much, just because I have not thought about it too much. But the one thing is I know for sure is that I just want to put myself in those positions every single time, and which means that every time I get out there to play, it's like I'm there to play, and I don't want to. And I want to make sure that I capitalize on those moments, of course. I mean, this week, again, on quite a few matches, things could have turned completely different for me, but I was able to stay. I was able to be very good mentally. and physically as well. Even though I was struggling with quite a few things, so all in all, like there's a lot of like positives that I can take from that. But also in the same time, I need to look at some of the things that I can improve, some of the things that I can come back and maybe do better. So I feel that there's very little details that I'm sure that if I improve a little bit, it can make a very big change in my game. And of course, tennis is, everyone is so competitive. Tennis itself has already been difficult as is. So a lot of good players, a lot of good competitors. So how everything else will happen, we don't know. But the one thing is, I want to feel is that in the end of the tournament, whether I win or lose, I want to make sure that I've left everything I have out there.
Grigor, commiserations today. This whole week you've come here, you've been very insightful and reflective, not just about your matches, but your recent resurgence, those comparisons to 6 years ago. What is it that gives you that clarity where you can kind of reflect on your career and your matches so well? Is it something you do mentally, or?
I think there's so many things that come to one's mind. I mean, on daily basis. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts that are coming to your head on daily basis, right? When you go for a walk and stuff. So, for me, I'm just like that. I think there's times throughout the day where, as I said, I take some time for myself to just go for a walk and put my phone away. That there's always like a period throughout the day that I always take for myself, and I think that's also what I'm very happy with. And it's an internal work as well. It's not just outside, it's not just stepping out on the center court, and it's a lot of work on the court. Of course, the fitness, the nutrition, the sleep, rest, and all that. But lastly, don't ever forget yourself, because just as the tennis, the sport, everything is like so important to you, you don't need to forget your inner world, your inner peace. So, and I work hard on that. Of course, there's always two sides of everything, so you need to make sure you feed the right wolf. The nutrition, the sleep, rest, and all that. But lastly, don't ever forget yourself, because just as the tennis, the sport, everything is like so important to you, you don't need to forget your inner world, your inner peace. So, and I work hard on that. Of course, there's always two sides of everything, so you need to make sure you feed the right wolf.
What are your thoughts on Grigor Dimitrov's performance in the 2023 Paris final? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.